or not. And I guess it depends whether Drow can actually lane in mid, because obviously to get level 6 you need to stay in the lane. If Winstrike pick up something like a Lina, for example, or someone who can just completely deck the Drow out of lane, then it's going to be difficult for them to place the Drow mid. But again, you know, they have the option, so if they want to try that, they absolutely have the ability to, because of this last pick.
Better here, again, around this Gambit kind of missing that, though. Like you said, I'd like to see this Gambit. Here. Obviously, when you have the ban and then
Dire team pick.
Damage to be minded be.
Yeah, the DK was a real pain, and he made himself a real nuisance in the mid game, despite, as you say, struggling in lane. But I mean, it doesn't matter how much you struggle in lane. If you find that blink dagger at half decent timing, and then you come out of the barracks and you just kind of destroy, you know, just all you need is a blink initiation when you draft that DK.
All you need is
True. But you know what's cool? First game without a Brewmaster.
It got banned on it.
Yes! Oh my god, I'm so bored of that hero. Jesus. Yep, and finally he gets in the bin where he belongs. Talking of in the bin where they belong, Puck actually raises his head out of it.
Hello? Am I relevant yet?
Yeah. So this is something... Ooh, I got it in the end, didn't I? Okay, so it's going to be a Drow Ranger Visage lineup versus the Puck Terrorblade. Now, this feels like an unstoppable force from Gambit. Can Puck be the immovable object to stop Gambit just running over the Terrorblade before he comes online?
How do they stop this? Like, where's their Puck?
Well, yeah, but they've got the Roar into Mystic Flare. It's a really good combo to blow out the Visage and just rip through his passive nice and quickly. But yeah, I see where your concern is. Obviously, you know, if he gets the initiation, if he gets a drop, especially with the Centaur, I think there's a lot of pressure on Winstrike in order to delay this game. But they do have an Iceberg Puck, but he's going to have to play out of his goddamn mind this game if they want to stand a chance of winning.
Whenever I see a Puck moment, so bad. Like, it does okay at the start of the game, and it's all, like, you die like once or twice and then you just don't do anything. I'm not so... I like this Gambit. You can get it going with the... Fine, but if their side lanes don't look massively strong, it's actually the hack lane. It might be that mid-Drow range side lane. As long as their side lanes don't look badly on Gambit, I can find this game. Winstrike really needs to try and stay with the Beastmaster die and with them as well. Game. Run all over you.
Yeah, it's a really scary game for Winstrike. But you know, we've said it before so many times. Winstrike play best. In fact, Winstrike only play when they have their backs against the wall. No, we can't say that anymore. They wrecked their first two series today. It wasn't even close. But now they are on the back foot, and I feel like we need Iceberg, the inner monster, the Goliath in Iceberg, to wake up and really take control of this game. So much pressure on him to perform on this Puck. Let's get into it. Game number 2, Gambit versus Winstrike. Who's going to take it? Obviously, if Gambit win this game, they are going to make it to the minor, a lot on the line, and of course that would mean that Winstrike get no more chances. Only one team going through from CIS. The pressure is on.
Yeah, how do you ever bet against... I've seen this era so much. The last few patches, getting nerfed, everyone's like, well, I can still jungle at level.
Literally, though. Like, it also feels like, you know, you have these heroes like the Spectre, you know, kind of like the Anti-Mage as well. These heroes, the Spectre needs a ton of farm, he needs a ton of space to enable to get. They saw this ward as well very easily. Yeah. Well, I'll finish my point, thank you. With the AM and the Spectre, who are like the other two popular hard carries right now, you know, the Spectre needs so much more time than the Terrorblade to come online. Like, she needs oodles of time. And then you've also got the Anti-Mage, who doesn't need as much time, but he needs a lot more space, I feel. Because AM...
Spectre's popular at the moment, though?
I mean, I've seen it, like, the part, like, twice in 2 days, so about kind of 9 games a day, less, maybe. So, not popular, but definitely not uncommon.
I think Drow's common then. Spectre.
Yeah, but she's... I mean, I was talking about the hard carries. Drow's not really a hard carry.
Damage.
Oh my god, look at this build. Circlets for days, son. Look at these stats!
Yeah.
+8 all stats, let's go. Oh, and Jay has a plan. That's hilarious.
Double one circle. Goes all in. I guess when you're playing against...
31 starting Agi Drow. Where is your god now? How much? Oh, she's giving everybody 6 damage. Wow, crazy. Crazy. Oh, sorry, attack speed. Oh no, that feels much worse. 6 attack speed is not much.
That's loads. That's a Wraith Band. We know how.
Oh. Free Wraith Band. Drools.
We're going to have the TB up against the Visage in the bottom. I like this by Winstrike. They know the Visage can't really do too much. Can't really punish the blade. Down here at the bottom.
Yeah, this should just be a farm fest. However, there's 2 heroes here from Winstrike. Are they tri-laning this? Looks to be, as the...
I mean, the charges on the roof. Forcing the last hit. Zone tower.
On the mid, Iceberg pressing in on Atho. I'm just getting that early harass off and basically just kind of pressuring Atho to last hit under his tower. Iceberg does actually pick up the range creep as well, which is really nice for him. Super important to pick up that range creep whenever you can, because gives the most. Meanwhile, they use the Frost Shield with the Metamorphosis on Silent. They're going deep for this one. This is a level 1 tower dive from Winstrike here. That's the aggression we like to see. Vanskor, well, the Coconut will bounce, but they just keep on going. The Arcane Bolt finds him as well, and he probably will survive on the tower, but Yamich just the man under the tower at 1 minute 45, and still looking for Vanskor. He's not giving up, but now the hack comes in, but one more right click should do the job. No, he needs another. The Tango is healing him up just about. Yamich can't find the kill, but he's still going to hang out around here. Meanwhile, the Soul Assumption comes through onto Silent. It's a level 2 Visage there. And he will just stab himself up, but it actually gets cancelled, so Silent not getting the full value out of that salve. Very, very aggressive here, and Yamich is still in the trees. He's not moving.
I mean, the thing is, yes, they don't get the kill there, but they force the Visage to not get any CS of that. So nice. Side.
Well, nicely done. Nicely done. All the way back to base, so it'll take a while for him to get back here, but still coming back on full health and mana. Always nice on that Skywrath.
Start running. Really wants to play. I don't think they can afford to give this away, otherwise he will just take it.
Exactly, it's a huge problem if you've got the Visage and the Drow, because if you get this Centaur really fat, then he's just going to frontline for you, and then that just basically gives a free game. But Drow dropping low in the middle lane as Iceberg coming forwards with the Illusionary Orb, but also taking a lot of damage himself, so does have to be careful. Atho, no salve yet, but is coming out on the courier, but it's going to be a little while. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see Iceberg probably going under tower, honestly.
Sorry, that all about trying cancel.
Yep. Yeah, Jesus, that's fun. Oh, King Art's here though, and he's already used the orb. Oh, he actually sees him. Okay. Okay.
Hey, look, Winstrike have done their homework.
Yep. Oh, Witch Doctor though, falling low. Oh, he's dying to tower. Okay, never mind. I just caught it at the top. I was like... Yeah. I'll watch the excitement levels for this one, next one. God damn it. That was a hard debate right there.
With the fake hype.
Big time. Big time. That's the first time that's happened, by the way. Like, a whole patch of this going on. Like, a whole, basically, like, last few months, people have been dying on the towers ever since, like, even before TI. And I've always been pretty wise to it in the past, but...
If they just Evans here. I mean, if this hero has a good lane, then it's, like you said, just... Gotta try and shut the hack down as much.
Yeah, it's not as much action in this bottom lane as I thought, to be honest, as Winstrike do go back to their dual lanes, but they just wanted to give Terrorblade this strong start. And honestly, like, Metamorphosis plus, you know, that level 1 tower dive was pretty intense, but in the end, didn't achieve much, and then they're just going to go back up to the top lane and lane it normally. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Afo dropping low. Iceberg, though, he doesn't have any illusory orb available, so Drow will be absolutely fine. Salve herself up, and even get the value from the Wraith Bands in the backpack as well, as the third Wraith Band is being queued up for our foe. How many are we going to get? My bet is 4.
Yeah, I might just stick with depends, like, bad lane, probably.
Oh, no.
There's a DD rune on the list.
6 feet
Easy
down.
peasy.
Damn it. We missed it. We missed it. Oh well. Maybe next time. Yeah, double damage rune on the Lich, just running forward, and then the Metamorphosis as well, which is also pretty much a double damage, just shreds him alive. Yeah. Did manage to sneak in there and grab it, didn't he? Right under their noses. Which feels pretty good, as Gambit get a little bit richer, and Winstrike, well, they do still have the gold advantage since they have the 2 kills, and Puck doing very well. Actually, they're using the coil in the middle lane with Yamich coming in as well. Apon and Jay falling low, just turning around and trying to fight this one, but it's not going to achieve much. So Iceberg is taking damage from the tower with the lift as well, but no, the tower changes aggro, and King R won't be able to find this kill. In fact, Iceberg thinking of turning this one around. Does have to be careful though, as King R.
Playing on edges, and he knows without Fadebolt he's not going to die.
Yeah, this is classic Iceberg. Meanwhile, at bottom, they're going for a bit of a dive here. It's always when a fly goes under tower with a frost, but they're a bit confused about what target they want to go for. By that I mean Silence just like, farm?
Again, they're doing the same thing, like the catapult spawns, all the creatures coming towards the tower, and they just die. Because they know this Wizard can't do anything, forcing him to try and CS the tower. He's missing out on so many. He's sitting on 13 at the moment overall.
Yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. But of course, you know, Visage, he does much prefer the XP over the gold, but even then, oh, in the middle lane, they're just blowing him up time and time again. King R does TP in for this one, but it's not enough.
I mean, how many times have we seen this today from Truck though, that your mid laner gets level 6 with Iceberg, and you just gank straight away. Like, you get a kill. And again, they just kill the Troll again a second time. That's the Alliance double gank from the Kuala Lumpur Major, by the way. I say this every time it happens.
You do. You're a very big fan of that Alliance double gank.
No, you kill the enemy.
Trademarked.
You wait for them to TP in again, and then you just kill them again.
It's all about the loader strats. But where are these ancients? Oh, the ancients are being stacked, dude. This is it. They've been watching. They know what's going on. And Afo might even do it. Oh, come on, dude. Stack your eight. There we go. Whew, had me sweating a bit there. And King R goes for the next one, but that's not even close, unfortunately. But they get the other stack going. These ancients seem really hard to stack now, by the way. The bottom ones are okay, but the top ones are super difficult.
The spawn box on the side is massive.
Yeah. Thick spawn box. Yamich in the middle lane, hold on, as Gambit are actually setting up for this one. They want to get Yamich as he comes forwards for this rotation here. They're baiting out with Afo, but King R, they're saying just out of vision here, and as Yamich comes forwards, oh, he's so close, he sees him. They're actually going to go on this. They want to kill Afon and Jay regardless of the cost, but there comes a Stampede. The Centaur shows himself, but nice dodge from Iceberg as he comes actually under tower here. They're struggling to find any kills, but they're focusing up. They want the Puck. Puck actually turning around, looking for Afon and Jay even, and will jump to the orb. Nongrata runs in, but Puck is already out, so this is a little bit awkward, but they're still trying to go for this one. Oh my god, Iceberg still just playing around with this one. King R is going to be the target as Nongrata starts to stun. They roar up the Centaur to stop him stomping, and they will kill off King R. Now they look towards the Centaur as well, as Iceberg jumping forward. This Arcane Rune doing so much work on the Puck, and they just dance around Gambit and take themselves a kill and waste a lot of time with the Gambit heroes. Meanwhile, the Lich does actually end up going down to Vanscore down here at bottom. I think that was just a
how's that happen?
Maledict taking him away.
Level 1 Maledict.
Don't have your answers, but yeah. They are, aren't they? He's gonna be okay though. He's a pretty big boy.
First time.
Yeah, right now it's pretty lackluster, but
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Back up here.
are they giving up on this tower?
I mean, they can't defend this. They know Nongrata's coming down. So
Radiant's bottom tower.
This is really good though for Winstrike though. I mean, they've taken this bottom tower. They're 50 CS up on Silent. Compare that to the Drow Ranger who's currently sitting on 26, or the enemy carrier who's sitting on 23. You know, it's not really looking good for Gambit here.
So we said in the draft though, didn't we? Gambit You know, the way that Winstrike win this game is mid lane actually going on for
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, King Art and Always Wanna Fly both going down here, and Affin and Jay. They're doing a lot of damage to him. Where's his spells? He's got the illusory orb. 1 second, we'll be able to throw it out, and actually, Affin and Jay was not chasing.
Yeah, we said for Winstrike they needed to do a really good job in these days. Punish the Drow, punish the... Yeah, they've done a really good job of that. They pay up in network. 3k second. Drow's ancient now. It's actually down to 1k again already. Oh, these ancients have helped the farm. See where you're coming from.
You finally we see. And it's at both stacks now. It's only one of the stacks so far, and he's still got another one to go. So just go back to base, or not even go back to base actually, just shove the wristbands in the backpack and then salve yourself up, and he's good to go for round 2. Although top...
Managed to pull the tier 1 though. I know they lost their bot tier 1 earlier. Nice one.
Oh, meanwhile to Hack, gonna drop the familiars. I thought he sort of spotted a hero there, but apparently not. He's just farming.
They climb again, oh my... Rubik's level 6. Look to see a big rotation.
Yep.
See what I said, there's the raw...
Everything from Puck, the raw.
Patient.
it is sometimes nice to steal it from face.
Sunder's a funny one. These some great Yapsol plays.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, the know you. And Silent just getting busy on this tower. Meanwhile, the Raw comes out onto the Centaur. They're going deep for this one, but Non-Grad have to get away. But there comes the Dream Coil from Iceberg, going to interrupt the Stomp as well. And Silent making his way into the pit. Here's a big bad boss as he's going to take down Afterlife. Now they look for Vanscore as well. The Illusory Orb's going to finish off that kill. The counter coil was there, but doesn't really do a thing. Winstrike take what they want, and now they leave. 2 heroes dead, and probably the mid tower as well. Silent gets to work. Yeah, Always Wanna Fly. I mean, he's got the Frost Shield, but the Bird's going to work. The Hack finds a kill, but Iceberg looking to clean up here. And now the Silence comes out, but Iceberg's taking damage here. Gotta respect the Visage. Now, well, in comes that Cloak, and they actually gonna get the kill. The Hack finds another one there. 624 gold gonna go his way for killing up Iceberg. Maybe they get the counter kill. As the shot goes in, he's going for the TP out. The Mystic Flare gonna finish him off. Yamich with the quick fingers, and nice reactions there to drop that Mystic Flare without hesitation. Meanwhile, Gambit, they're pushing this middle tier 1. They want to get themselves a couple of towers of their own here.
I don't really know what Iceberg was expecting when he jumped in on the puck, I'll be honest. Very brave of him. It's a fine line between bravery and... I'm not sure whereabouts that
Dire's
lay.
middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
To wait for Smith. He almost has his helmet with a Dominator. Like we said, you get that up. I like that. Yeah, you just start pushing down towers, like everywhere. Tanky Centaur 6, front line, ground Vista. That sounds scary.
Yeah, it definitely does. Gambit, they're managing to negotiate themselves some space in this game. If we look at this net worth, it's swinging back into their favor.
Such a good start on Winstrike, and like I say, when this round starts farming edge, look how much she's brought up in net worth. All of a sudden, she's the same net worth as the 3 cores on the Winstrike.
Yeah,
and she was so far behind.
She got dumped to the lane, but it doesn't matter now. Meanwhile, the Deathward actually being popped for this puck as the Drow gets himself away. Meanwhile, they just pop off King R in the backlines there. Tried to rotate in for that gank, but found too many heroes there instead. Iceberg can probably dodge the last tick. There you go. So big. Wow.
It's only the level 1 malady. Level 2 out.
Dire's bottom
Sorry,
tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Try and group up here. They've had a little farm. Back up again. Out the PD. Okay.
Bit of bird on bird action there as the familiars take down the Hawk. 2 on 1. Bit unfair. No honor amongst birds though, as they say.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's like a fail now. If he drops that on a raw target and the Mystic Flare comes up.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. No, that's really gonna hurt. Feels like there's a lot of ways both of these teams could take these fights, but my biggest concern is probably this Terrorblade just farming up hard. You know, Drow, she farms quickly now. She's with the Ancients compared to the Terrorblade, but she's gonna slow down a bit as we reach this mid lane, and she goes to the Blink.
What? Defending the tower, they're just letting it.
No, they're actually going for a fight instead, but the Chain Frost's going to bounce between the birds, going to need to drop them. Oh, nope, the Ghost going to die to Lich. And now he uses that gate to hold the hack in place. The hack trying to do some damage to the Lich here, just flying around. He's pretty damn tanky. Now the Primal Roar comes out, and the coil as well, used by the Puck King. Did he get it? though? He did not. And now down goes the hack. The Visage is dead. Meanwhile, Silence standing up to his fly. Half-Life gets a kill on Iceberg, but does go down himself. Afternoon doing a bit of damage from the sidelines, but it doesn't matter. Vanscore is dead as Yamish takes that kill, and now Winstrike looking for this middle lane tower, which is almost dead already. Meanwhile, the top tier 2 tower is going down as well. Winstrike, they take 4 kills, and they're going to get 2 buildings at least from it as well. They're finding so much from these little engagements across the map. Gambit just can't match their pace right now, which is not what I thought I'd found myself saying in this draft.
I mean, this is why I really wanted an early blink on them. See, they can't start a fight. If they don't stampede in, they can't pick people off. Centaur tried to run in there and stun, but the Ancient Seal came out from the Skyra, so they just had no control. No way to stop these units down, so TB just stands in the middle of everybody.
Oh, Lich, he's going to take a fall. At least Gambit finds something.
Cold made you hard.
Hey.
Ice made you brittle.
Well, it's something. They'll take it.
Very true. But like you say, it's down, go around the farm again.
I know what that ping was about. Vanscore just desperately pinging the cliff here because he used a sentry for it. That's a classic, you know, when you're having an argument with your carries and your carries like, there's a ward up there, there's a ward up there. And you're going, no there's not, no there's not. And then they're like, deward it. And you're like, fine, okay. And then you deward it, there's nothing up there, and you just start spam pinging it going,
told you.
what now? What now? There's a reason I'm the support player. Go hit some creeps, you pleb.
Look at this Winstrike ward in the top lane. That's a super like weird ward that we hardly ever see. On the side lane.
Yeah, was that a fighting ward or?
I mean, I think
Oh
they
my
put it down
God.
after they picked one, but you're never gonna find it. Never ever.
These familiars are cannibals, by the way. They've taken down like 3 Hawks this game already. Jesus.
Thanks for the third bro. A king.
Absolutely. Well. Yeah, I think this is what they've been waiting for the time being. Puck with the Veil Blink gives them another timing to hit. I imagine they're going to go for a fight once they have it as well. Meanwhile, Terrorblade, he just goes for the Manta. Purge off that Drow Silence are very important. Also allows you to get some dodges off on maybe Soul Assumption hit coming in or something like that. You know, just a lot of things to be able to dodge this game.
I'd like to see them try and roll on this bucket. Try and fight around this roach pit. Get a kill or 2. Yeah, this is awesome. Unfortunately, Skyroth wasn't in it. Very sad. Walk around the roach pit. I'm gonna try and look. I mean, this is classic Winstrike. When they want this roach, they always look for the kill first. Hawk sees the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, sitting right on his head, but he sees the Hawk. No. Oh no, he knows he's in trouble. Vanscore, get out of there, buddy. But, I mean, Winstrike are looking for the extras. They're worried that this is a bait. Now they realise that this really is just a very poor Witch Doctor, all out on his lonesome.
Red in tooth and talon.
For the cause.
For the cause, indeed.
Cause happened.
Oh, very good, very good. Double entendres. I'm into it. Meanwhile, they find always want to fly and make short work of him. The damage on Athlon and Jay is terrifying to come up against.
Whatever you do to me, I can do back to you. Always want to fly in position.
Yep, it's a bad day to be a support. Look at these guys, 1.3k and 1.7k respectively.
Centaur does have his blink up, but they can actually start a fight like we were meant to look for that pick off the back line.
Yeah,
Just
this...
stomp off onto the puck or the Skyra. I think they're 2 big targets.
It's going to be a game of initiations from now on as both teams have that blink dagger up. One on the puck, one on the centaur. Let's see if anybody's going to go for it. Actually, Gambit looking at the pit. No, they're not. They're just sticking their heads in.
Walking to the rush like that.
Not in a game this close.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Hawk goes up to the high ground again and dies.
Poor Hawks. Have some respect. Come on, guys.
Beastmaster with the Vlads, by the way. I like this pickup, gives you good armor. The grab.
Well, I've seen 5 Hawks die this game. Each one gives 60 gold. That's some gold. 200 and 300 gold. Nailed it.
Good math. I like this choice by Beastmaster, though, that he goes for the Vlads. I like to keep armor and goes in.
This Skyroth build is so dumb right now. I mean, we see it almost every game from them. It's just Yep, as many null talismans as we can get. If there's a boot slot so you could get 6 null tallies.
Don't you normally see the 4 nulls into a fire? Standard.
I mean,
Standard as well.
yeah, it's just a lot of nulls and foils getting it. But they're going on to non-grata here, and now with the death wall coming down, they can't even get the promo right. He's trying to use those to hack, so at least it's something. Meanwhile, Vanscore just gets trapped. Oh my god, that is unfortunate. Now the stomp onto 2. Yamich and more importantly, Terrorblade held still, as now the coil on the high ground though is going to hold still King R and Dahak respectively. Meanwhile, Iceberg trying to come in, seeing what he can do, but Silent with the damage onto Dahak. They're trying to bring down the Visage, but he's just too tanky. He's going to get away from this one. Gambit is such a temper. Nice dodge from Iceberg to get out of that silence, and now he's going to try and get his jump away, but they stun him up. They keep him locked down, and he's gone. Gambit, they find Iceberg. That is a big pick off for them, and now they're going to look for more. Nice dodge from Silent there. Didn't want to be slowed up, but he will give away his illusions at the very least. I mean,
I dodged the frost arrow there. That could have been horrendous otherwise.
it didn't quite see if it was a procking frost arrow or not, but I mean, I still feel like these procs are really good versus Terrorblade though, because penetrating through his armor, that's what makes him so tanky. Without his armor, he's only got 1.6k HP. It's not that much for a carry.
Guarded by the centaur on the front line.
Yep, and that is an Aegis for Atho.
I really hope Gambit just go again. I mean, TP has no meta for the next 90 seconds. There's a big window where you can try and force fights here.
Exactly, and what cooldowns are they waiting for? You know, like, Stampede is okay, but that's going to be up in 16 anyway, and you don't really care about anything else.
Bird, resummon. Not really.
As long as you have the birds, dude, most Visage players. I mean, there are some games where your birds just die every fight, and it's really sad if you're against the likes of, basically any AoE, you know, Ember Spirit wrecks them. Sniper as well can really mess with your birds, and Axe of course just completely annihilates them. So there's a few games, but this isn't one of them where your birds are just always going to die, thankfully.
I'm really surprised they're not fights here, just long down lanes. Fine. But I think you could have got this mid. Gone. Without meta, it's so scary fighting for win. Dragon has a blink. Really interesting.
Yep, Topson build. You really need to go watch this game, dude. It's meta changing. Godson.
Love me. Love me, Top. I don't know, it's pretty good though. Like, if you can talk about the puck in the sky being the main two, blinking and silence them, pretty good against the.
That's a good player.
Fight.
It is indeed, and that's going to help out not just with him, but his birds and his team. Well, it's nice to have that pipe on the Visage, and I like the build he's going for, because you're not really the core anymore. It's basically just Drow and to an extent Centaur as well, going to be on the front lines. And you know, he does enough work as it is. Might as well.
You just want to build.
Radiant
might even
are
go.
scanning.
You saw how hard he got targeted in the last fight as well. You know, they were chasing hard for him and actually ended up beating him a couple of kills. So, get himself even tankier. You know, the Centaur taunts around. Another one of those weird taunts which I rarely see, but.
Like doing a good job of here what Gambit did before. They're just avoiding fights. So they spot half the map around their own vision.
Yeah. Winstrike, do they want to fight right now? I don't think they do. I think they just want to make space for their Terrorblade, right?
Keep farming. Try and wait out the age.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
getting, well, you know, backing out from Gambit. Where they were positioned on the map, it's a long distance between the two teams right now. It doesn't look like they'll be engaging immediately, but the Radiant bottom tower goes down, and Afo will take this top tower as well. So trading towers, trading buildings, neither team really wanting to run into the other. I mean, I think Gambit do really want to fight, but, you know, they don't want to just spend the whole game trying to chase Winstrike around the map, because...
I say it's got to the point now though where it's more important fights around your own vision. Like this Centaur against the Beastmaster puck kind of thing about who can get the jump first. The reason why that fight went so well around the Roche pit is because they had the high ground advantage most on the Radiant side, so they kind of had free reign and you could see everything and all of the choices. They're so scared about taking a bad fight. Run into the enemy side, they've set their wards up ready to go. Not easy.
Look at Winstrike here. They're setting up onto the Afo and J, and actually just dropped the Mystic Flare straight away. Trying to follow up the Primal Roar. Was it enough to bring him down? No, the Arcane Bolt going to chase him down. He Manson dodges it. Afo and J now blinks away from Iceberg as well. They will not get that kill, even though he's got the Aegis. Oh, actually. Okay. Meanwhile, Nograda in the front lines of the fight, but he's maledicted up. He's going down. Meanwhile, the coil lands onto many, but Iceberg, well, Vanskull's actually dropping low. The Chainfrost doing work. Chainfrost doing a ton of work. The Hack's going to drop as well. That's 2 kills for Winstrike so far. Nograda has died, but now the gaze comes out onto Centaur. Come to me, says Lich, and all Uplife can do is die. Meanwhile, King R. Where did he even go? Oh.
This is so scary.
Very confused.
This is why I wanted them to take a fight before the meta was up.
Yeah.
Now you've allowed Winstrike to take a fight while it's up and right outside your own base. And he's just going to chunk through this tower now with the rest of the meta.
Well, in goes Iceberg once again, and the damage coming through onto King R is insane, but no, it's a Witch Doctor who gets targeted down. He's gone. Affin and Jay has to keep his distance from this Terrorblade. How long have they got left on the Metamorphosis? It's a couple of seconds. He pops the BKB, comes forwards here. Yeah, okay. That's a big flex.
Sure about that. Yeah, he just wanted to go in and try and finish them off for the rest of the fight. Blink just comes out. And keep the tower alive. I mean, that's a big deal. Keep Giants alive, gives you more map control.
Yep, 150 HP, but it's still alive, and that's all that matters. So, what do you do now on the side of Winstrike? I mean, it was a good siege from them. They got a lot from it. Oh no, the bird just... That was so bad mannered. The bird just flies up to always want to fly as he's trying to get the runes. It just denies both of them and then gets resummoned in front of his face. Like, no, alright then.
Never mind.
Didn't want those bounties anyway. Really nice from Dahak though, great micro.
Drawing on the map, they know where Gambit are. They really want to try and fight up there.
Surprising, yeah, they don't have that Metamorphosis, which seems to be a key part of the gameplay. Also the BKB, which is used cosmetically.
Iceberg's just screaming. Iceberg's just screaming at them.
Oh, Raw. Someone else is screaming as Raw comes out. They're trying to go for the Witch Doctor, but Drow is here and can just tear apart Nograta. Ouch. I saw someone in the chat saying, oh, actually, they're going for the Stampede as well, trying to defend Dahak here as the Chainfrost comes in. Gonna get jumped to creep. Never mind, it somehow jumps to Afo and Jay, and again it comes back to him. Oh my god, all the creeps. Everything, and it goes back to Afo. Meanwhile, there comes the Roar from King R just to hold back the Terrorblade who's popped that BKB. Dahak now just trying to take to this front lines here. Vanskull used the Malediction as well. Silent having to back himself out. Meanwhile, always want to fly. Just, yeah. And he actually gets out. Oh my god, always want to fly actually saved the Terrorblade so hard there, absorbing all of that focus for just the 1 split second it took for them to kill him was enough. What a savior. Always want to fly.
Iceberg's screaming at them to fight. Silence going, no, just
Dire's
it's like, on delay, and just charges in. He's just Spanish now, I've decided as well.
Okay.
He just charges in. And,
Yeah, slight wrong nationality there, but close enough. I feel like Iceberg is always shouting, let's fight though. Blink forwards onto this Skywrath. He does manage to get the Ghost Scepter up, but it's probably not enough to keep him alive as the Coconut bounces. Also, I'd like someone to go back and calculate the chance of Afninja getting hit twice by that Chainfrost in that last fight, because he was sitting there, there were familiars, there was a creep wave nearby, and there were all the heroes, and it just goes bounce to Afo, bounce away, and back to Afo. And that was your Drow dead, but still, Gambit take a very respectable fight.
Roche is going to minimum spawns up in 40 seconds. You don't want to push further here. So make sure you take a good fight around the Roche pit now. Take a bad fight here outside their base. Walk back into the Roche.
Absolutely, Gambit, the ball is in their court, and they want to hit it as best as they can. Not too early. Get that Roshan. Or get the right objectives. Don't risk anything because it's getting dangerous. The clock is ticking. This Terrorblade is getting farmed and fatter and fatter and fatter. He can... Actually silent.
I mean, you say that, but you know who's not getting fatter and fatter? Who would have known? Mid-putt. Pulls off so hard.
When are we going to see the cancel Midas into Mjolnir and crits?
Never.
Okay.
It sounds fun, but it's just not viable. Like, you have to play for your level 25 ult. It doesn't work like. But yeah, Iceberg is going for the Dagon next. It's going to increase output, damage output massively. Afterlife on this Centaur's been doing a really good job of basically start of fights. He's avoiding everybody else and he's beelines for the fight. I'm going to kill you. I'm stomping you, or we're going to bring you down first because you're this key like Dream Core. You're the silences coming out and all this utility.
Poor Vanscore. He's like, I'm just going to go and coconut a creep wave and then nearly dies to an illusion.
Is under attack.
Like, oh. Meanwhile, smoke up from Winstrike now, but it is going to time out because, I mean, there's just no heroes from Gambit here. They're not looking to fight right now.
Dire's bottom tower is
Avoiding
under attack.
Winstrike carefully.
Dire's structures
If they can
are
bait out the meta, that is the best case scenario from them. If they can bait out meta and then maybe stampede away from something, but with Roshan going on right now, they don't really have that option. And now the Roar comes out. They're going straight away with the Mystic Flare onto Centaur. It's not enough to bring him down, but it is enough to bring him very, very low. And I suppose they will finish off with the right clicks from Silent. Silent pops that BKB, going in hard after, and then Jay not going to survive. Your Drow's dead as well. The Hack going for the TP out will somehow be able to get it off. Always want to fly yours up. Vanscore trying to get away, as is King R, but they've lost so much. Winstrike just initiate hard onto the Centaur, and it pays off massively. No Stampede means no escape for that Drow Ranger. She is just not quick enough to get out of these fights. There's no buyback on the Drow. There is on the Centaur, but I mean, they need that Drow for the damage.
They're just chasing this rich stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a Roshan up, but Winstrike, they know what they can get from this. They're absolutely aware of what they can make. Yeah, very difficult hero to bring down. Just generally fighting him seems like a horrible idea. And what choice do you have? You're on the enemy team. You gotta fight at some stage. Now they jump in with a silence onto 3, but it doesn't seem like much of initiation. It's more of just holding them back. Coil onto 1, a little bit awkward. Now the Death Ward puck gonna get broken down, but they take the melee racks. That's what they wanted. Winstrike will be okay with that one. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't use a frost shield on the illusions. And actually, Silent jumping back in, but the stomp onto 2 is doing a lot with the coconut bouncing down as well. Yamage is going to get taken out, but the Hack gets chopped out by Silent. He might not have Metamorphosis, but he still hits damn hard as Non-Grata roars up. King R gets him up in, but the yield is out. Meanwhile, Silent takes down Vanscore. Now look at King R. King R is dead. Oh dear, this is not looking good for Gambit. They've stunned up Silent again. This guy's just too tanky, and he's still got a Sunder if he wants it. Not that he does, he doesn't really need it. Playing around Afterlife here, using this Manta. He's looking for him, isn't he? The Hack, you've just bought back, come here. They're silencing him up there, the Mystic Flare coming down. I mean, he's not going to keep him healthy, but it doesn't really matter. But in from the back, happening Jay with the silence. He actually takes down Silent. Oh my god, he didn't get the Sunder off. Too greedy there, and now they look for the Skyrouse as well. Not going to survive for very long as Invasion Jay takes down 2, and Gambit hit back hard.
That was a Visage buyback though, and a Rubik buyback, but
They can get Roshan from this though.
oh no, we talked about taking a bad fight when the Roshan's up. I mean, they get the 2 sets of racks, but giving away the Sages, yeah, I guess it's worth it to get the racks, but those bursts, when the Centaur Stampede comes out with the burst, just chasing them, if you can't secure your retreat, it's impossible. Like, Iceberg just jumps in and tries to cause chaos, but it's not enough.
Yeah, Roche doesn't last 2 seconds with this Drow Visage. And is this a... no, it's just a cheese, I think. Yeah, 32 minutes into the game, it's just a cheese, which will probably go to the Centaur. No?
They've given it to the Visage.
Okay, Visage, yeah.
He's a tanky one.
Oh yeah, and he's got the AC now. Yeah, this guy is really tanky, both from physical and magic damage, and supplying that aura. Feels good to have the Hack on your team right now.
There's an Ags now as well. Ooh, when the when the coil comes out, when the wall comes out, as long as the Centaur's not the one that gets initiated on, the damage is going to become really...
Iceberg, used up, combination. No, the familiars do not land in time. They're trying really hard for this one. He used up again, and again the Centaur Stomp is on point, and Iceberg gets torn apart. The little fairy is dead. Gambit.
We talked about this.
I mean, they're ahead. He's got to, man.
Yeah,
Well, not ahead anymore.
Sages as well. I'm really going to want to try and force the buyback out. Problem is, the other 2 lanes are pushing Centaur down bot, shove the lane out. 5. Yeah, everyone.
Grata with the Blink Necro 3. I mean, his primal rules have been pretty crucial for them to take these fights on the side of Winstrike, but I don't know. Gambit now fighting back. I mean,
they just don't have enough control for this Terrorblade. Like when he pops Beacon, he can't do anything. They have to fight him around. And when there's this Roar coming through and the Dream Coil keeping everything still as well, they're allowing him to get this damage up. Bot lane.
Yeah, they found Afterlife. Afterlife going to get drawn in by the Fear as well, so Stampede pretty much going to waste here. That Ice Ball still going to work the Chain Frost, but they're realizing it's taking too long, and Winstrike are going to play it cautiously, which I think is very sensible.
I mean, that stampede reduction really helping out there.
Massively, massively.
Actually,
Winstrike, though, they're smoked up. They're looking for Vanscore here. I mean, they're going around Vanscore. It's like, god damn it, there's a goddamn witch doctor in our way. Oh well.
they're just trying to smoke and kill somebody in the ball.
Yep.
The thing is, though, this is now it's a 4v5 again. Vanscore doesn't have buyback.
That's
And
true.
Again, they're taking fights just outside the enemy's base. So when you pop meta,
Radiant's
it's not like
bottom
you're fighting
barracks
just
are
outside
under
your own
attack.
base and you don't push with it. You fight outside their base, using the meta and forcing buildings with it.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Does she now?
Okay. Good against,
Yeah.
but stand there and hit.
What I want to know is, does the proc affect the Aghanim's splash damage? It does. Wow.
Bottom shrine has Radiant's top
Wow.
shrine.
I was going to say, I'm very impressed you knew that off the top of your head, but there you go. Aeon Disc also picked up on the Visage now. This guy's just tanking up.
Pop on the image.
Wait, what? So each...
But the normal attack has a proc chance and the separate attack.
Cute. Oh, little baby arrows. Oh yeah, I see that. Some of the creeps are just dying in one hit and some of them aren't. Very weird.
It's pretty. I would have liked to see him on it, but now he has to be for damage. Really that day. I really like it.
Oops, Iceberg silences up onto Visage. I think he was just trying to maybe get some hits off to maybe proc the Aeon Disc, but doesn't even get close.
Jar's going to realise she needs to keep building above to find out. High ground advantage again.
Afterlife blinks up onto the high ground with the stomp. Doesn't pay off though, goes for the blind place. But I mean, the Mystic Flare not doing much. Okay, now it is. They rip through the pipe, although the cheese comes out onto the sensor. Now in comes Silent, doing so much work as they run up to the high ground with the Stampede. Afterlife trying to get away will be successful. Back to the front lines of the fight. It's Dahag versus Silent here. I mean, the whole team in Gambit are forwards here as Iceberg gets ripped apart. Silent finds himself all alone. The Reflection going to do some work, but they surround him from all directions. The Terrorblade is going to fall, and now the Lich will fall afterward. No buyback on the Terrorblade. Winstrike, they're in a lot of trouble, and Non-Grata, the last hero left alive in this fight as the buyback's coming through, but it's not near enough to save Non-Grata. This is his team. Oh no. Winstrike, this might be it for them. Gambit, can they push fast enough though? What am I talking about? They've got a Drought and they've got a Visage. Of course they can push fast enough.
He bought a butterfly in the middle of that fight and sent it out to himself.
Who did?
Terrorblade.
Oh no, that's a Lich.
They're about as effective as each other in this.
Oh dearie me, this could be a Winstrike disaster right now as Puck trying to come in, trying to delay, trying to stall, but it's not doing a thing. Gambit have one thing on their minds, and it is towers, and then that sweet juicy Ancient, and I don't think there's much Winstrike can do about it. And down goes the Ancient. No buybacks, GG's are called, and Gambit will be the ones to secure their spot to the Bucharest Minor.
You fight